Good morning, students. Today I am here to explain the fifth lesson of our course book after 20 years. The present story was written by William Sidney Porter. It was first published in the collection of short stories named The 4 Million in 1906. It is one of the most popular short stories in the English language. When you read the lesson, you will come to know that in the present story, a man keeps an appointment made 20 years ago and comes to New York to meet his best friend. But there was an unexpected welcome. In the present story, a man, he keeps an appointment made before 20 years, and as per the appointment, as per the promise, when he reached to New York to meet his best friend, it was an unexpected welcome. Now how we can say that was an unexpected welcome, that when we read the story, when we understand it, then we can come to know that it was an unexpected welcome. This is the introduction part. Now let's summarize the lesson. It is approaching 10 o'clock on the largely deserted avenue in New York. The setting of the story, it is in New York and it is night time. It is approaching about 10 o'clock. It means at 10 o'clock it is going to approach, and during that time the place is given a largely deserted. Deserted, it means lonely avenue in New York. Then on the scene there is appearance of a policeman. As it is a night time, so policeman is patrolling in a street, carefully checking the closed doors of the shops that have long since closed for the day. A patrolman, or we can say a policeman, he is patrolling in the street and he was very careful. He is a duty bound policeman, so he is patrolling carefully and checking the closed shops whether they are locked properly or not. A policeman is patrolling on the street and checking the locked doors. Suddenly the policeman slowed his walk. So what happened that the policeman slowed his walk? He observes a man with an unlit cigar standing in the doorway of a hardware store. The policeman, he slowed his walk as he encounters a man, a stranger, with an unlit cigar in his hand, standing on the doorway of a hardware store. The man who is standing there, he informs the policeman that he is waiting for his friend whom he had agreed to meet at the same spot before 20 years ago. The man informs the policeman that he is waiting to meet his friend whom he agreed to meet at the very spot on that particular day before 20 years. The man also informs the policeman that about that long ago there was a restaurant where this store stand, and that restaurant was Big Joe Brady's restaurant. The waiting man, he informs the policeman that here at the hardware store long ago there was a Big Joe Brady's restaurant. The policeman also informs the waiting man that that restaurant was torn down 5 years ago. That the Big Joy Brady's restaurant, it was demolished 5 years ago, and on its place now it is a hard. The waiting man strikes a match to light the cigar, and in the brief flash of illumination, the policeman notes the appearance of the waiting man. When the waiting man, he strikes a match to light his cigar, during that time the policeman, he observes his appearance and how the waiting man looks. The person before him, it means the waiting man, has a pale, square, jawed face with keen eyes and a little white scar near his right eyebrow. He has worn a large, oddly set diamond in his scarf, and that reveals that the waiting man is a rich person. The policeman observes with a flash of illumination that the man standing in front of him, that is the waiting man, he has a pale, square, jawed face with keen eyes, and he also notes down that he has worn a large, oddly set diamond in his scarf. This suggests that the waiting man, he is a wealthy man, he is a rich person. The waiting man informs, the waiting man explains the policeman that he and his friend for whom he is waiting there, that is Jimmy Wells, the best chum, here chum it means friend, the best friend, had been raised in New York like brothers. The waiting man informs the policeman that his best friend Jimmy Wells and he himself, they both had grown up in New York like brothers. When they had grown up, Jimmy Wells decided to remain in the city. Jimmy Wells decided to make his career in New York City itself, whereas this waiting man, he went to the West to make his fortune, to make his career. At the time of departure from New York City, both the friends, the waiting man and Jimmy, they agreed to meet again in exactly 20 years to the hour. It means around at 10 o'clock, no matter what their conditions might be or from what distance they might have to come. So when these both friends, the waiting man and Jimmy Wells, when they departed from the New York City, during that time they made an agreement or they made a promise that they would meet exactly in 20 years, after 20 years at the same time, at the same date and at the same spot without any failure. Whatever their conditions might be, whatever distance they might have to cross, but they decided to meet after 20 years. The waiting man pulls out a watch, and that fancy watch studded with diamonds. This also reveals that the waiting man is rich. Previously, we have seen that the waiting man, in his scarf also, there are oddly set diamonds. His watch, it is also studded with diamonds. So this shows that the waiting man, he is a rich person. So the policeman, he comments, the police officer, he comments that he must have done well out west. It means he has become a wealthy person by earning lot of money in the west. Then the waiting man, he shows his confidence that his friend Jimmy Wells would come to meet him today He is truest, staunchest old chap in the world. The waiting man, he is sure, he is confident that his friend Jimmy Wells, he would come to meet him if he is alive. Because Jimmy Wells, he is the truest, then staunchest it means a reliable old chap, old person in the world. So here we can see the friendship, one of the features of friendship, that is trust or faith. That the waiting man, he is confident, he is sure that if his friend is alive, he would come to meet him today. The officer leaves from there and also warns the waiting man not to wait for a long time. So the officer warns the waiting man to wait for a certain time only for his friend. After a short time, about 20 minutes later, a tall man in a long overcoat hurried across from the opposite side. After 20 minutes, a tall man in a long overcoat, he appears and he goes directly to the waiting man and asks if he is Bob. Now see, the new character, he goes directly to the waiting man and asks him if he is Bob. In response to this question, the waiting man asks him if he is Jimmy Wells. So here we have got the names of the waiting man, that is Bob. The waiting man thought that the new character, a tall man, he is his best friend Jimmy Wells. Because this tall man asked the waiting man if he is Bob. So Bob thought that this tall man, he is his best friend Jimmy Wells. Then both shake hand and exchange pleasantries. Pleasantries, it means amusing remarks for each other. They shake hands and then they send some amusing remarks. Then Bob, means the waiting man, he informs his friend Jimmy Wells that he has done well in waste. He has given everything to Bob, whatever he has asked for. In response to this comment or this sentence, Jimmy Wells, he informs a bit less. According to Jimmy Wells, Bob, he has received a bit less from the waste. And then Jimmy Wells informs that he is working or he is in his position in one of the city department, and then Jimmy Wells asks him to go around to a different place and have a long talk about their old times. Both the friends start talking. During their talk, usually Bob speaks more than Jimmy Wells. Bob, in his talk, usually Bob talks about how he got success, how the waste has treated him. That is why I have written here, Bob's egotism enlarges by success was beginning to outline the history of his success. Most of the time Bob is mentioning that how he received the success in waste. Jimmy just listened to Bob with silence. When they reach at a drugstore brilliant with electric lights, they are able to see each other's face. Till now, when they are walking, they are walking in the dark. So during that time they were not able to see each other's face. But when they reach to a drugstore, due to brilliant electric lights, they are able to see each other's face. And when they have seen each other's face, suddenly Bob, he stops. Even he releases his arm and says that he is not Jimmy Wells. Bob informs Jimmy Wells that he is not Jimmy Wells. So here there is a suspense that the man with whom Bob is talking and walking, he is not his friend Jimmy Wells. Then who is that? 20 years, how Bob states that he is not Jimmy Wells. 20 years cannot change a man's nose from a Roman's to Pugs. Romans with a long nose and Pugs which have upturned small nose. So on basis of nose, Bob is of the opinion that the person with whom he was talking and who is in front of him, he is not Jimmy Wells, because however the long time period, even 20 years cannot change the shape of the nose. That is the opinion, that is the reason given by Bob for stating that the person is not Jimmy Wells. In response to this, that person, the tall man, he states that it sometimes changes a good man into a bad one. The tall man, he says that a long period of time, sometimes it changes a good man into a bad one, and it is correct. Many of the times, a long period of time that changes a good man into a bad one. Some of the times it's reverse. A bad man turns into a good man. And the tall man, he addresses Bob as a silky Bob. And this waiting man Bob, he is wanted in Chicago. So here we can have some ideas that Bob, he might be a robber or a criminal, and that is why he is wanted in Chicago. So the tall man, he is not his friend Jimmy Wells, but he arrests. It means that tall man, he is a police officer. He is a policeman. Then what about the patrolman at the beginning? At the beginning, a patrolman has come. He also talked to Bob, and then he left the place, saying that not to wait for a long time and wait for a certain time only. So Bob is arrested by the tall man in long overcoat. So here we come to know that with whom Bob is sharing, that person, he is not Jimmy Wells, but he is a police officer. Then this police officer gives him a piece of paper sent by Jimmy Wells for Bob. Bob takes the piece of paper and starts reading. Now what is written in that piece of paper? Bob, I was at appointed place on time. When you struck the match to light your cigar, I saw it was the face of the man wanted in Chicago. Somehow I couldn't do it myself, so I went around and got a plainclothes man to do the job, Jimmy. A piece of paper which was given by the policeman to Bob. In that piece of paper, it is written that Jimmy Wells, he has recognized Bob when he struck the match to light his cigar. And that time Jimmy Wells has also observed that this man is wanted in Chicago. Being his best friend and meeting after 20 years, so he is not able to arrest him. Jimmy Wells, he was not able to arrest him because when they both met, that time they both have talked, and during that time Bob has talked about Jimmy Wells, that how long they used to stay together in New York. They have grown up like brothers. Even Bob admires Jimmy Wells, saying him as a truest, staunchest person in the world. So Jimmy was not able to arrest Bob. That is why he went around and he sent another police officer to do the job, to arrest Jimmy Wells, to arrest Bob. Here at the end of the lesson, at the end of the story, we can come to know that both have fulfilled their promise. Both made their promise true. Bob has come to meet Jimmy Wells. Jimmy Wells met him also, and being a true policeman, he also being a duty-bound policeman, he has performed his duty also. So this is about the story after 20 years. Thank you, students.